This is what I'm talking about. Y'all got one of the best. Nevertheless, blow, shaky, shaky, boom, shebang. Y'all can just sit back, relax, and watch me do the darn thing. This is what we're talking about right here. Jimmy Hart, Abyss, it's on like a pot of neck bones. I'm coming in, I'm taking that tournament, and I'm going straight to the top, just like I'm destined to do. One half part of the 3 Live crew up in Buffalo, bringing it, singing it, swinging it. Beware, coming for you. It's the remix.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a tournament match for the natural heavyweight champion.
Our next match on Ballpark Brawl number 3 is a semifinal match in the Natural Title Tournament. It features NWA TNA Man Monster Abyss, the man who beat Cody Steele in the tournament to advance to the semifinals, against Ron the Truth Killings. Ron Killings defeated Johnny Swinger to make it to where he is in this tournament match. Now, Ron Killings is a 2-time former NWA champion, a former NWA Tag Team champion, and, believe it or not, was once a WWF Hardcore champion. He's a man that many people had pegged as a favorite to win this tournament. However, very few people knew that Abyss would be entered into this tournament, Abyss being a mystery participant announced at Ballpark Brawl number 2. One thing to note is that this match is taking place inside a 16-foot square ring. With a ring of this size, it tends to favor the bigger man, who's able to often corral the smaller person, get him into the ropes, and prevent a wrestler like Ron Killings from using a lot of the high-impact maneuvers he typically uses. You'll see in the opening minutes of this match, it takes Ron Killings a few moments to adjust to this ring, and that gives Abyss some openings to get in some offense. Let's go to the match.
Natural heavyweight tournament match. The winner will be going on to the finals. And now you can see Ron the Truth on the second rope, trying to get the fans here behind him here at Duntire Park in Buffalo, New York. And now Abyss, he's greeting the fans the way he wants to, and that's not very nice.
I got detention in 3rd grade in Catholic school for doing that. Wait a minute. What? Oh, that's what it means? Oh, I guess I see why they gave me detention. Referee Mike Rosario watching these two.
He's going to have his hands full with these two, and now you can see Abyss just throwing Ron the Truth to the canvas. The power of the monster known as Abyss, and now Ron the Truth onto the outside, taking a breather.
The winner of this match will face the winner of the match between Teddy Hart and we don't know who, because we don't know what Petey Williams' status is. And just to inform the fans who are listening, Petey Williams may be able to earn a spot in the semifinals if he defeats a mystery opponent. We don't know who that opponent will be, so Teddy Hart will be taking on somebody we don't know to face the winner of this match to crown the first ever natural heavyweight champion. And we see Ron Killings making a comeback.
Ron Killings with some right hands. Now trying to Irish whip Abyss across the way, but Abyss hanging onto the top rope. And now Ron Killings goes to some boots, now another right hand, now a little jiggle wiggle out, he catches him with a right hand. Now Ron the Truth again trying to whip Abyss in, but Abyss reverses, and the athleticism of Ron the Truth is going to come into play. Here as he catches him with a spinning sabot kick, taking Abyss off of his feet.
And he's got to stay on him. He can't let Abyss get a breather. He's got to stay on him, and he's doing that right now.
Right between the legs goes Ron the Truth. He's going to take this big man down one way or another.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Now Ron the Truth again on the attack, but Abyss reverses but gets caught with a boot by the Truth, and now the Truth using the ropes for momentum. Oh, nice spinning leg scissors takeover. It's again taking the big 7-foot Abyss off of his feet.
And Killings has to stay on. I think he realizes it. He has to stay on top of Abyss.
Abyss with an Irish whip, reversing.
There's Jimmy Hart.
And now
That's
Jimmy Hart finally
love.
putting his 10 cents into this match, and Ron the Truth gets caught with a big boot by Abyss after Jimmy Hart's distraction.
And you saw Jimmy, he denied to referee Mike Hellcat Rosario that he ever interfered in this match. And actually, from my angle, I'm not sure that Jimmy, I think he reached out. He might have missed him, Scotty Bender, for all we know. He might not have touched him.
Now those big X handles, now a boot by Abyss. Now just a little blatant choke, as you can see referee Mike Rosario trying to break with a 5 count, and Abyss, he's not one for authority. And now again on the attack on Ron the Truth is Abyss, catching Ron the Truth with that close fist. You can see him shaking off that right hand as he catches Ron the Truth right to the top of the head. And again, catching Ron the Truth. Might be doing his right hand more damage than good.
Hey, I just realized something, Scotty. Finally a match with all Americans in it. Except we don't quite know where Abyss is from. But other than that, we are Canadian-free for this one match. Not that there's anything wrong with having Canadians in the match, ladies and gentlemen. Let me assure you
Well,
of
it is
that.
Canadian Carnage. And now Abyss getting his right hand blocked by Ron the Truth. And now Ron the Truth comes back with some right hands of his own. Abyss goes for a backdrop, but Ron the Truth trying to get him over with a sunset flip. And Abyss readjusting his weight. Oh, as he misses, as he tries to sit out right out of the chest, but Ron the Truth rolls out of the way. Now Ron the Truth into the ropes. Abyss hangs on. Oh, sidewalk slam.
And he planted him.
1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. Abyss was 1 second away from advancing into the finals of the Natural Heavyweight Championship.
And just like that, the momentum has shifted with that sidewalk slam. You can hear that all the way in Syracuse, New York, ladies and gentlemen.
The pace of the match slowing down as both men have endured a lot of punishment throughout this match.
And a slowed down pace, Scotty Bender, that favors Abyss. A slower pace, a more physical style. Not that Ron Killings can't get physical, but this type of match definitely favors the power of Abyss.
Now Ron the Truth using the rope to get to his vertical base. Now the Truth goes into the far corner. Abyss is eyeing him up, comes rushing into the head of steam, and now catches him with a splash in the corner. Taking the air right out of the lungs of Ron the Truth. Ron the Truth is a sitting duck as Abyss comes steamrolling in, crushing Ron the Truth in the corner. Now dragging Ron the Truth up, whoops him into the far corner. Again, measuring Ron the Truth. You can be seeing that splash into the corner, but no one's home as Abyss goes in crotch first. Is Ron the Truth barely escaping
Well,
that splash a second time.
Scotty Bender, sorry to cut you off there, but what we're seeing tonight, again, this is the full employment act for urologists and proctologists across Western New York. Nether regions are being injured all across the place, and Ron Killings is using this opening to his advantage.
The window of opportunity is cracked for Ron the Truth, and he's going to try to slither through. Catches him with a boot. Oh, and then that axe kick. That running axe scissors kick.
But Abyss keeps getting up, Scotty Bender. He keeps getting up.
And now both men out to the outside. Again, if both men are counted out, they will not advance in this tournament, making Petey Williams' match that much more important later on.
So are you saying, Scotty Bender, that if it's a double DQ or a double countout, both men are eliminated?
I am saying that.
Are you right when you say that?
I've talked to the Ballpark Brawl committee here, and a double countout would mean both men would not advance in the tournament, thus making the later match a championship match.
Well, and until I see the paperwork, Scotty Bender, I'll believe it then. No offense intended.
Now you can see referee Mike Rosario making that 10 count. Both men ignored it now, finally.
What?
Rosario counting out both Abyss and Ron the Truth. As Ron the Truth was choking Killings on the outside, and now everyone scrambling at ringside as Abyss is on a tear, and now both men continue to battle after the ring bell has been rung, and both men disqualified.
A wrestling referee has actually enforced the rules? What the heck is going on here?
Referee Mike Rosario ordering both men to the back, thus both men being counted out. They will both be eliminated from the natural title tournament. Wow, what does that mean for our upcoming matches?
I'm just shocked that we actually had a double count out.
Both men refusing to go back without fighting still. As you can see now, Abyss choking Ron the Truth on that metal barrier. Jimmy Hart telling Abyss to continue his onslaught onto Ron the Truth, but Ron the Truth continues to fight back. He's still got a little gas left in the tank, and you can see now with an explosion of right hands sending Abyss back to the dressing room area as referee Mike Rosario follows.